some rice into a small sort of pot. It's really quite hard normally to see how to judge how much rice you need. Basically it looks quite small and not much, but it comes out quite fluffy, it expands, and it can overflow, so make sure you got the right amount of rice. I've measured here for you. I normally don't measure it, but I've measured it here today for you, and I've used about 3.5 cups of these, this size cup. I'm going to wash the rice now. The reason I wash the rice is it has a lot of starch in it, and it's good to get the starch out. My sort of rule of thumb, the minimum amount of washes is 3 for me. I normally wash it about 3 or 4 times, and you sort of do a finger action like this. It's a Bengali style, I see. I've just watched my mum do it, and I've just gone from what she does. Yeah, so as you can see, the water going all white. As soon as you see it do this, you literally just tip it to the side and pour, and it's quite easy. Somehow the grains don't fall out if you do it really slowly. You tip it right to the edge. As you can see, all the starch is coming out, which you don't want. In Bengali we call it, the white stuff is called mar, M-A-R-R, and they used to think it was really good for you, and it put on size, Bengali sort of way. But yeah, just make sure you get most of the whiteness out. That's all the starch, and once you've done, always use cold water to bring it to the boil. Okay guys, so what I've done here is I've washed it around 6 times, and as you can see, the water's quite clear. What I like to do is use cold water. I've washed it with hot water though. You can wash it with both. I just find it easier to wash it with hot water, so I find that it washes it a bit better and you get more starch out. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add water all the way to the top. This is cold water. It has to be done with cold water or else it won't cook properly. So all the way as much as you can, and then I'm going to bring it to the boil on a medium heat. Okay, so what I've done now is obviously I've washed the rice, I've brought it to the hob. I've put the gas on quite high. You don't really need to tend to the rice really, only until it starts to boil and fluff up, and you'll see this, it will start boiling up. This is when you need to take action, so you'll need to drain the water, so you need a good lid, preferably that fits quite well. And as soon as it does that, yeah, so you need to drain it, but you won't need to mix it or anything like that. You can do if you like. So it's boiling now. I did say once it starts to boil you need to take action. Here's my green spatula again, which I use for everything. Green and red Bangladesh style colours. Anyway, so it is boiling, but it's not quite ready. So what I said before is you can get like you can have a look at the rice and you can press it with your nail to see if it's done. I know this isn't done yet. If you have a look at the rice, it's still quite hard and raw. So what I'm going to do is just carry on sort of mixing it, and once it's boiled and once it's fluffy and slightly bigger in size, which happens really quick, so you need to watch it. Yeah, hi guys, so it's actually boiled now, and the grains of rice have fluffed up, and I'm going to turn the heat down. What I like to do is I like to add sweet corn or peas to my rice. You can add mixed vegetables or carrots or whatever you choose. I'm going to add sweet corn today because I haven't got no peas. So I'm going to put them straight in. These are frozen, by the way. Let's give them a little mix. and I'm going to turn the heat off, and I'm going to drain now because it's all fluffed up. So I'm going to drain all this water now. So I'm just about to drain the water. So as I'm draining, I'm tipping it slightly to the side. You can do this on the sink. I remember watching my mum do this as a kid and wondering what she used to do. So as you can see, I've got a slight opening to the top of this lid, and it's draining out the side at the bottom. And you want to try and get as much water out as possible so it's not so mushy, and it will be nice and fluffy and single grain rice. So I do this as soon as you need to be quick with this though, from the hob to the drain. Okay, as much, I sort of give it to get as much water out as possible, but be careful that the lid don't slip and all your rice falls out. Okay, so I've drained my rice as much as I could. I've put the lid back on. I've changed the hobs onto the smallest one and put it on as small flame as possible. So I'm going to put it back onto the hob and leave this with the lid on for a roughly amount, about 5-6 minutes, and it should steam the rice and cook the last little bit to make it fluffy and get that last bit of water. Okay, so I've just turned off my rice after leaving it on for about 7 minutes, and as you can see, it's really fluffy. It's still steaming as it's quite hot. I'm just going to get a fork just to fluff it up, which you don't really need to do, just to show you how it's still single and not all mushy. And it's really simple to cook it this way. I think it's easier than actually a rice cooker because you don't actually tend to it or anything really apart from draining it. And yeah, I go with just judging how much I need, and this small pot does us a family of 4 easily. So yeah, hope you liked my rice video and my previous video on how to cook a lamb curry. Thank you very much. So this is my lamb curry Bangladeshi style, all finished and done. Potatoes all cooked. I've got my rice made, all steaming. I'm just going to dish up and try it. Let my wife try some. Any questions, guys? Let us know. Hope you liked it. And the reason I made this video is just to show people that it's not that hard to cook a curry. It's healthy if you cook it at home. You know what's going in it. Also, it's quick and easy, and it's nice to see how other people cook in their own homes. So hope you liked it, and this was my first ever video actually. Thank you very much. Bye. Thank you very much. Bye.